Good morning, everybody. I have now officially lost track of how many days it's been since the release of Path of Exile 2, and all I'm concerned about is blasting. So, yesterday we smoked the campaign on this mercenary using this just ridiculous leveling your weapon that we found on some vendor, and let me show you exactly what the leveling experience was like yesterday, leveling up our solo self-found hardcore mercenary strength stacking pillar of the cage god. And when people talk about how Path of Exile 2 is like a hard game or something, I mean, dude, you just sit in front of bosses and auto attack them down to death, you know? And like you maybe evade an ability every now and then, you just go back to like auto attacking down a boss and just kind of like sit like, bro, this was the entire gameplay yesterday going through the campaign. You know, I had pretty good gear from, you know, all of the grinding I've done on a few my other characters. So I was just equipping some, you know, handy downs that I had, and you had this, you know, GG weapon, and proceeded to auto attack my way to victory, pretty much standing in every single boss ability, not really giving a fuck. It was easy, man. So we have now officially made it back all the way to Act 2 in Cruel, where our last character died, farming that stupid beetle because volatile crystals is a dumb fucking mod and needs to be removed from the game. GGG. Well, what the hell is that? And we are now going to be attempting the strength stacking Pillar of the Cage God mercenary tech. I have no idea if this is gonna do damage. So I've been leveling up to this point. We just hit level 58. Up until this point, I've been leveling since, you know, with maces the entirety of the way through. I had a few just cooked maces that have been super helpful towards leveling. So I just blasted through the campaign, and now we're officially making the switch. We are at 321 strength. So I mean, this should have like 600% plus, you know, weapon damage on it. And I'm really hoping that Monk Fizz skills are good. I've never used Monk Fizz skills in my life, so I have no idea, you know, what I'm getting myself into. I know that there's some like bell thing that's super broken, and some like sweeping Fizz wind strike. So the idea is place a bell down and do some Fizz wind strike, and hopefully I have enough strength so I'm actually doing damage and things are dying on my screen. Anyway, you gotta, you know, show you a few pieces of gear. I mean, at this point in the game, I feel like my gear is pretty cracked. Like, yeah, struggling to get chaos res on things. Huge chaos res ring. I mean, 14 cold res, 9% all res on a chaos res implicit. And I feel like the flat damage is gonna be very important for the build. Same thing with these gloves, which is the 7 to 15 flat is gonna be very, very, very potent with a pillar kind of setup. So you're really just good gear across the board. You know, got level, like some of the best level 16 boots you ever seen in your life. You know, just double res, 100 life, strength, armor, belt. Are you kidding me? Like, what is this stuff? You know, whatever, some other shit. So, yeah, we're kind of cruising at this point. And if you would like to see us attempt this strength stacking mercenary, I'll walk you through the past through a bit. So you can see I have strength here. The idea is allocate all the strength nodes. We've done a pretty good job, but this is mostly just for the Fizz mace setup. The most important thing right now is going to be grabbing this like 10% increase attribute node. I arguably should have probably went for this first, but obviously this is going to be more potent the more strength we have already. So you know, just beelining it to it right now is the plan. And you know, we'll be getting that online soon, which should feel awesome. And gonna respec out of some of this mace stuff, you know, just focusing more on just flat strength for weapon damage on pillar. And obviously this stat is doing so much work when it comes to our 2.8k life total. I mean, just giga life, because of this node, which is doubling the implicit max life value we get from strength anyway. So honestly, like I'm pretty excited about this build. I'm really hoping that when I equip some of these staff skill gems, I can actually do damage. You know, worst case scenario, I just go back to using my stupid fucking mace. And I mean, Hammer of the Gods is a broken ability. Like, I don't know if anybody else experienced this, but it kind of feels weird how you just level to a point in the game where you get the Hammer of the Gods ability, and then all of a sudden you're just like one-shotting rares. Like that ability, it's so unbalanced relative to the rest of the game. It feels a little bit weird. So anyway, if you'd like to see us continue progressing on this Merc, getting to maps, dude, mapping and solo self-found hardcore, huge ethical gameplay. So if you'd like to see us, follow on twitch.tv/Hardic. Thank you guys for checking us out. Peace.